Mr. Shakespeare also appears to have been touching some very unexpected places in his room. Jesus Christ.
Context.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, if you just heard the audio.
Fingerprints are white, just make this so much worse.
I'm just like...
I have so many jokes I want to make that I am holding myself back from making
We're
to
trying.
keep Taisa's video PG-13.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it PG-13, but it's really hard.
I need you to appreciate my restraint. I'm sorry, you can't do that. This is a summation examination. Please sit quietly. Whilst I acknowledge that the prosecution is required to remain silent during a summation examination.
There you go.
No, I did say it, didn't I? And I do like to break a promise.
No, wait, why'd you sound like Shakespeare?
Yeah, why did he sound like Shakespeare?
Look, I have a cough drop in my mouth, okay? I'm sorry.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the second case of the second 8th grade history. Oh my god, I pulled off my headphones and I just heard the rain dropping. Oh, it's poured over here. Sorry.
The second case of the second grade ace attorney, the second of the month, on the second video, on the second year, in the second week.
I think this is taking place in February too.
I might be making some things up just for effect.
It's the third week, and we're recording on a date that does not have a 2 in it besides the month.
I just admitted that I might be making some things up for effect.
That's
up to you.
I know. I'm just,
dear viewer.
I'm just helping correct in case people are confused.
Yeah, don't try to keep up, folks. You'll be smelling copper for a while.
Wait, why copper?
Blood.
Did you mean toast?
You know what? Don't worry about it. Anyway, we're supposed to call out who the true culprit of this crime is, the one who actually poisoned Shakespeare, and we've concluded at the end that it is potentially Olive Green. We just
Incorrect. Olive Green has done nothing wrong. If she's trying to kill him, then that is the correct thing to do.
She's basically doing everyone a favor, right?
Yes.
Anyway, we just have to get to that point somehow.
Olive Green has done nothing wrong.
You put blood on toast?
No. The joke is that when you smell toast, you're usually having a stroke.
Oh,
like
well,
if you smell... Yeah.
Wait, what?
The thing
Yeah,
is,
what?
Never heard this turn of the phrase. What?
Wait, really? You've never heard that?
No.
No, it's not a turn of phrase. It's literally like just randomly smelling the smell of like burnt toast is a sign that you might be having a stroke.
Oh, because you can't.
Like it's an actual symptom. It's not a turn of
guess.
phrase. It's an actual symptom.
okay, see, I only said blood. I only said blood because, like, all right. So this happened on an episode of Angel where, like, somebody was asking Spike, "Hey, what does blood smell like? Have you ever tasted a copper penny?" Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
I mean, blood is copper. Yeah, blood is coppery.
Okay, well, I've learned things today. Let's learn some more things, Ryunosuke.
We've learned a lot today, and we've been going for Check's watch. 3 minutes? I don't know.
The name of the person responsible for the poison that afflicted Mr. Shakespeare is, I believe, Miss Olive Green.
Miss Olive Green. Miss Olive Green. I do feel as though I've heard that name in the recent past, Council, but I don't recall where.
That's really funny. I think Olive Green's Japanese name is literally just Meridian Green. Which,
So her name's Green Green.
Yeah, just like this one. Green sounds more than olive, but hey.
Miss Olive Green, the woman from 6 days ago.
Oh, maybe she's olive because her coat's kind of olive-y?
Maybe she's Olive because she's gonna go found Olive Garden.
It's probably just a pun on olive oil. The victim in the recent case of stabbing on Briar Road. An incident for which Mr. Natsume was arrested, I hasten to add.
And he was acquitted.
Oh, of course, yes, Miss Green. She was left comatose for some 3 days, I believe, but I hear she regained consciousness 2 days ago.
And I hardly need to remind the court that Mr. Shamspear's poisoning took place 3 days ago. Given that the woman was lying comatose in a hospital bed at the time, she appears to have a rather fine alibi.
True. On the night that the incident occurred, Miss Green was in hospital, unconscious. This was the British phrase where... Why do they just not mention the? I
Was in hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a British thing or if that was just simply a, hey, there's a lot of text in this game, we forgot a particle because English is weird.
This happens a couple times in a lot of like English phrasing when I play through
Oh,
this
okay.
one, so I'm just kind of like, is this like just a British thing? Do they just kind of like omit certain things? I don't know.
They omit certain things and they add an S to math.
So on the face of it, it would seem that she couldn't possibly be responsible, but still. My colleagues and I visited Miss Green in hospital. See, there it is again.
Oh, okay.
In hospital yesterday. I'm like,
Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same way you say in hospice.
maybe?
Like maybe it's a similar.
Well, that makes sense, except for the fact that hospice care can be both a building and people that come to your house and take care of you.
No, I agree. I'm just trying to make sense of what I'm
Okay.
seeing here.
Again, I think it's just like an old English British thing. And we found her to be in possession of a bottle of poison.
Good gracious, she had poison?
And there is another fact that links Miss Green to this case as well. The defense requests that she be brought to the witness stand in order to explain the details to the court.
Tell me, Mr. Shamspear.
My lord, pray, what be thy bidding?
That you stop talking like that for starters, but are you acquainted with Miss Green?
No, never heard of her.
Judging by the look on Mr. Shamspear's face, I think perhaps he genuinely doesn't know her. At least, not by name.
Even though he literally danced in front of her. As the voice of Her Majesty's prosecution here, I adhere to my word.
Yeah, wait a minute. You were in the same hospital room as her. How the hell do you not know her?
He's lying.
Okay.
We will see my learned Nipponese friends fast through to its conclusion.
I appreciate that.
The prosecution requests a short recess, my lord, in order to subpoena the witness and bring her here.
Yes, Miss Olive Green.
Indeed, my lord. What hour should be sufficient?
Very well, I grant the request.
Excellent. Hope?
The defense has made a most extraordinary accusation, I must say. But at the present time, I feel the prosecution's argument remains largely uncontested. Accordingly, I'm afraid the defendant and his culpability remain the sole subject of this court's attention. Thank you, counsels. We reconvene in 1 hour. Court is adjourned.
And then we get another to be continued. Surely. I wonder how close we're gonna get to the end of this. This is the last to be continued for this case, at least. So, like, I think we need 1 more week. Looking over the stuff. No.
But I want to save.
Too bad.
You can save at home.
The
Oh,
23rd
well-
of February, 11:32 a.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber.
But I'm already at home.
Oh, Miss Natsume, I'm so pleased for you.
Innocent! Prove that my team is innocent! And hi!
I'm proof that he's here. Also, okay, you know what? It's bothering
Oh
me now.
god. Oh god,
What
he's
the
here.
heck
It's all
does
going
locum
downhill
mean?
now. I will Google it.
Thank you.
Locum, a person who stands in temporarily for someone else of the same profession, especially a cleric or doctor. So probably locum law student, like the same way, how I think because he's substituting Kasuma.
Yes.
So then.
Substitute exchange student.
Susato's non-locum because she's already doing the job. Why do you even need to mention that then?
Because at this point he's just making the titles as long as possible just to troll.
Enter me as I try to read them. Anyway, hi Snows.
Good morning, my dear fellows.
You sure? Is that what you want to say right now?
I thought the tea was innocent.
Well, you heard it right here, folks. He's guilty. He's literally just admitted to putting something in the tea.
No, that's not.
You heard it right here, folks. All right, case closed, my lord.
The judge and the jury isn't here right now, Mr. Van Zeeks.
Damn it.
And anyways, Mr. Sholmes, you came. How wonderful.
Please save your derision. I know what you're all thinking. Good morning, he says, when it's very nearly time for luncheon. Your scorn is written clearly across your faces.
Nobody said or thought anything of the sort.
We've been in court all morning. We don't know what time it is.
Incorrect. I definitely judged him for everything.
The truth is, I was determined that today would be the day. As sleep seduced me last night, I thought, tomorrow for once, I shall not oversleep. I'll rise early and be present in court to support my companions.
I lied.
Such spirited determination has a beauty all of its own, does it not?
Oh, yes.
And then I began to muse on the subject. Why do people oversleep, I queried. Why, time after time, do they make the same foolish blunder?
Why is this me when I'm trying to get to sleep?
And the answer came to me at once. It's so delightfully simple. People oversleep because they sleep.
You don't say.
Congratulations.
Slow clap for you, Mr. Sholmes.
Well, is that not an astute insight into the matter?
Oh, yes.
On which realization, I attempted an experiment. I didn't sleep a wink all night.
Why would you? Okay.
Whatever.
It's hard to speak his lines sometimes because I'm busy laughing.
Understood, honestly.
And the results. By first light, I was exhausted and began to be assailed by a fits of drowsiness.
You don't say.
Shocking.
And so, the conclusion of last night's experiment is this. A good night's sleep is quite simply essential.
Yes, I think most of us probably knew that already.
He's gonna trial and error his way into being a normal human being.
I mean, he says all this, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I was almost up until 6 a.m. last night, so, you know.
I can't wait until tomorrow when he's like, why do people eat? I'm going to experiment and just not eating and see what happens.
No, he's going to eat something every minute.
He's literally going to trial and error his way into being a normal, functioning human being, but until then, he's going to be a mess.
I mean, that's how it is for some people in life, to be fair.
It's very egregious with Sholmes. You cannot tell me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What others presuppose I prove by experimentation. That, my dear fellow, is the scientific method.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes, and one more thing. Do you remember this?
The poison?
Oh, right, he took the bottle. Okay.
The poison? Is that the poison from Olive's room? Is that Olive's poison?
The poison? The poison specifically that Olive had? That poison?
Oh yes, it's all coming together.
I'm so glad you all knew the reference I was going for.
Yes, of course. It's the poison that Miss Green was about to drink at the hospital yesterday. Oh, you didn't manage to...
It was a laborious task as the bottle was near empty, but such inconveniences do not hinder Sholmes.
Wait, it was almost near empty. Did she drink some of it?
No, it spilled, remember?
Oh, right.
Yeah, killed the rat.
Poor rat.
I managed to confirm that it contained... I forgot how... Strychnine.
Oh,
the light bulbs are coming up in there.
oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
the rat
The
that died was a rat
generator
again.
is
It's
on.
okay.
The light bulbs are flashing.
So, I was right.
Perhaps, though of course such circumstantial evidence doesn't prove Miss Green's guilt. I shall leave the bottle in your care for now, but licking the inside of the neck is not recommended.
Sharks.
Did you do that?
Oh god.
Don't worry about it.
You just exposited about the virtues of the scientific method. Did you do that?
Don't worry about it.
Speaking of science, hey, Cell, how's it going?
Oh, it's going well. I just recently finished Dragon Quest: The Dark Prince. Good game.
Oh, very nice.
Waiting for that to go on sale.
I had a dream that I bought that game. I don't know why I had a dream that I bought that game. It's a very boring dream.
Well, it's time. That dream's telling you to go buy it, Gamey.
I have so many other games right now.
Make your dreams come true, KV.
Doesn't matter. Go buy it.
Use my waifu, Crystalinda.
Oh god.
What? Anyway, bottle of poison. A bottle found in the possession of Miss Green with traces of the slow-acting poison strychnine inside.
I don't know who's talking. Oh, Grayson!
Gregson, how good of you to come, and what
I had a
is your
feeling
voice
it
all
was
of a sudden?
him, but I was just like, you know what, whatever.
He made that voice because he saw Sholmes.
Forget it! Excuse me.
He was ashamed of the voice he did.
More like he had one look at Sholmes and he opened his mouth and he was like, oh, fuck this. Wait a minute, Inspector!
Please don't lump us in with him!
I, don't want to make a nuisance of myself.
From the look on your face, I would say it's someone else who you think is going to be a nuisance of himself.
And you'd be right.
My dear Inspector, please speak freely. Pretend that I'm not here.
That's a bit hard to do. Believe me, if I could do that, life would be a whole lot simpler for me.
Do you have the results, Inspector, of the investigation of Mr. Shamspeare's room?
Not yet. Should be long now, though. No, I'm here on something else. Not dead convict, actually.
Oh, you mean the man from this newspaper article we discovered yesterday in Mr. Shamspeare's room?
A man by the name of... yes, Selden.
I went through the archives of the yard and dug out the fellow's file. There's something in there that... well, it caught my eye.
Something caught your eye? What, Inspector? What?
Also, Inspector, why are you being kind of helpful?
I've copied out the relevant parts for you, so you can read it for yourselves.
Like, hello?
Translation, we made it into a short 3-page report for you.
Alright then. Capital Offenders File. Scotland Yard's file about the convicted criminal Selden. That includes the newspaper article about him dying of illness in prison.
It's extremely dramatic to read your evidence, but alright.
These documents include the details that were in the newspaper cutting we found in Mr. Shamspeare's room. I rearranged everything in the court record so we don't have to duplicate the information.
Why are you giving us a copy of this important file?
Well, they're the ones who turned up the clue in the first place, aren't you? I'm just making sure things get handled in the proper fashion.
How Scotland Yard's workings are so wonderful.
Indeed, my dear fellows, and the inspector here is a shining diamond in its crown.
It's kinda hard to ignore you if you're gonna start burning that stuff.
A shiny diamond. In the rough,
You know, okay, do you want to get ignored?
Look, I just don't want to be beholden to a lawyer, that's all.
I mean, that's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid, honestly. Yeah, fair.
Goes for the friends, other defendant. Court proceedings about to resume. Make your way to the courtroom at once.
Well, I shall leave you then.
Aren't you gonna watch? Okay.
I'll be listening with interest from the public gallery. Not nodding off at all, certainly not.
Jones.
Okay, so you're not gonna watch, got it.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
I'm rather tired of seeing Mr. Moustache in floods of tears, personally, so the best of luck to you.
Yes, Mr. Jones? Is it? Yeah, this is it. It's Olive Green and Mr. William Shamspeare. This will be the final battle. To me, he's just hyperventilating.
That man's gonna pass out before he hears the verdict.
He's gonna die.
Until I've exposed the whole truth of everything that's been going on. But it's all coming to a head now. You can do it, Ryanosuke. You have to. You got 3 more cases.
And we still need to figure out the biggest mystery of this one. Why the heck was it considered a cover-up based on what we learned from the first case?
23rd February, 12:30 p.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again now. Before the recess, we heard a most startling accusation from the defense. Namely that the victim of the case we heard here only a few days ago is the true perpetrator of this incident.
Actually, before we do that, we did get a new piece today. So this is the poison you're hearing so much about. There are a few remnants on the bottom of the bottle here. Look.
You mustn't be tempted to try it.
Of course not. As long as we don't lose this trial. Huh?
No! Even if we lose the trial.
Ryanosuke.
No, we mustn't lose the trial in the first place, Miss Naruhodo.
Make your mind up, Susamu-san.
I mean, Mr. Sholmes was talking about the scientific method. Perhaps it would be a good idea to try.
No!
No, no! Non-natural causes. 1,000 pounds worth of loot he still remains unrecovered. Oh, I wonder, is it on the 2nd floor? Definitely murder. Suffering of fever since the end of October out of the throat. Okay, cool. So he died in a cell. Okay.
He sure was celled in.
A reckless, rash, and prejudiced charge of wrongdoing, in my opinion, my lord. However,
I don't know. You'd be kind of prejudiced but sure, I'll...
What do I know? I'm just a prosecution. It's fine, no big deal. Anyway, the prosecution has tried to extend every courtesy to this amateur newcomer from dubious eastern shores.
Thank you for that backhanded consideration.
You're welcome. I'm still racist.
A rather cold assessment from the Honourable British Prosecutor, I must say. So, Lord Van Zeeks, is the new witness present and ready to take the stand?
Ready and waiting in the witness's antechamber, my lord.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in.
Okay, I guess Olive's just gonna paint on the witness stand.
She's gonna make it look pretty.
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court, please. William Shamspeare, my liege. For mine occupation, I can say only that I be a tragic victim to be pitied.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Currently unemployed, in other words.
Okay, that works as a punch in the face, too.
I'm Olive Green. I'm a fledgling artist. Well, no, not a fledgling, really. A hopeless failure who's too weak-spirited to admit she has no talent, I suppose.
Oh my god.
Also currently unemployed, in other words.
What the heck is that word?
Coterie?
What a coterie?
Now, hold on just a damn second. Olive Green is definitely making money through her work. We don't know how much money, but she's definitely making money. She is still doing something. Shamspeare is doing absolutely nothing.
Alright, coterie.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just looked up coterie. An intimate and often exclusive group of persons with a unifying common interest or purpose.
He is an English major.
What did I say? She's in university right now, so, you know, since she's unemployed. She is attending a university at the moment. So that makes sense for her.
Mr. Shamspeare.
But her family's well off, I believe.
Oh, okay.
My lord, I am thy humble servant.
I'm afraid that you are no longer merely the victim in this affair. The possibility has been raised that you are in fact the assailant, intent on taking the life of your fellow lodger. The part you have played in this whole business will be thoroughly scrutinized, I assure you.
I would for naught else, my lord.
Also, if you're guilty, I'm feeding you to imperfect cell.
Does that make him, like, Shan Perfect Cell?
No, he's just gonna get tailed.
Okay.
Yeah, I am just gonna drink him for community service. I got a lot of stuff to make up for. And Miss Green.
Yes?
You are aware of the reason you have been summoned to this courtroom today, I presume.
Yes, the officer did explain. He said I poisoned this ridiculous man.
And do you accept the charge, Miss Green?
I don't know anything about any poisoning. And I don't know anything about this man.
Lady, die to live! Verily, I know not thy prickly, pigmented personage.
Very well.
I do want to kill him right now, though.
Oh, don't worry, I will make it nice and slow. And also put a gag in his mouth.
I feel like that's the part that we're more excited about.
Very well, let us proceed with the matter at hand. That being to ascertain whether or not Miss Green has any involvement in this affair.
It's all very strange indeed. Why would you suspect me? I barely even go to East End anyway. It so happens that I passed by that neighborhood 6 days ago, that's all. And on the night this man was poisoned, I was still in hospital, fighting for my life.
Yeah, they just say in hospital. Yes, having been unfortunately caught up in the incident on the street outside the Garrett household. An incident that rendered you unconscious for some 3 days.
So there's like in the hospital and it's been a while, but I remember when we were talking about where Ryanosuke and Sogi like went for school, I think they said at the university instead of saying the university. Or something along that line.
I was struck in the middle of the back by a knife, through no fault of my own, and now I'm under suspicion?
Congrats, you now know what it's like to be, Mr. Natsume.
I don't know that, man. What other irrelevant things might I be suspected of? It's all very disturbing.
Your energies may be better spent worrying about random knife attacks, I feel, Miss Green.
At this point in time, all that appears to connect you with Mr. Chancellor's logic is the Briar Road incident of 6 days ago. That's why we would like you to testify formally now about exactly what happened.
Oh no! The incident 6 days ago? You mean you want me to relive that awful accident?
Yes. Unfortunately, yes. Please tell the court what happened that day. And we're gonna have to hear that in the next video, because we are out of time, so we will all see you then.
And I just realized it. The timing, the knife, the blonde hair, it all makes sense. She's a relative of Dio!